Of Women's Series Event 9 here at the Matoli Arena in Leicester, and what a great final we have in prospect. No shock, Beau Greaves is in yet another final on the Women's Series.
Trina for the
seeking event win number 54. That would take her up should she defeat the 10-time champion of the world in Trina Gulliver.
Bullseye. Beau's won the ball.
It's a great morning for Trina, whatever happened. She's picked up £1,000 in the race for Blackpool, and she's moved herself quite handsomely up the table, in fact, from somewhere around 11th, sorry, somewhere 17th, 18th beforehand, now up to 10th, and only £400 behind Kirsty Vinakainen ahead of this match. Should Trina beat Beau, she'll move actually into 6th place on the match play race. So much at stake here
100.
For Trina Gulliver. But coming into this today, if you would have offered Trina a final at 9:59 this morning, she would have said, I would happily take that if you don't mind.
140.
Yeah, very much so, mate. Trina's been a class player over the years. She's had a little bit of downtime. She's thrown really well
100.
again. Picked up an event last weekend down at Bradmore Farm. So that'll give her massive confidence coming into this event. And it's showing, Johnny. Like you said, she's in the final.
In the final here, defeating Kalana Ratalska in the semi-final in the last leg decider. And that was only about, what, 7-8 minutes ago, in fact. So not much of a break, but maybe that could be actually be a good thing in a way. You're coming just fresh off a win, and the arm will not be going loose at any time. Unlike Beau, who finished around 20 minutes ago.
Yeah, you're exactly right. It's not giving Trina time to overthink about the final, you know. She can just go up and play darts and, like you say, hopefully try and keep that rhythm and keep everything nice and smooth. She did have a battle in that semi-final, but she's got through it. And so she's got an opportunity.
Yeah, 2-1-7 plays 1-2-8. An even ton here for Trina. Gets herself down to a handsome finish. May not be enough there. Take your chances against Greaves when they come. Treble 18 again. That leaves 20. And that's one zip.
Shot.
Well, from what we've seen from the semi-final to now, that is now 6 out of 6 on the doubles for Beau Greaves.
So I'm sitting here and I just think to myself, as soon as she hit
100.
Sorry, as soon as Beau hit the treble 18, you knew the second one was going in because it sat so perfect. And you just think to yourself, well, in the semi-final, you never missed a dart at a double. Lo and behold, she'd never missed a game. And that's demoralising. As a player, Johnny, when you're playing someone who's in that rich vein of form, it's demoralising because you think to yourself, I'm not playing bad here, but I'm just not getting an opportunity.
Well, in the previous match against Lisa Ashton, just got a little bit of it. Well, just making sure the score's all right, and Andrew's going to making sure it is okay. I think we are correct. Well, or maybe not.
Looks like Andrew Davis has broke the gadget. Oh, Andrew.
Well, this is not going to help Andrew's cause because he's got a date tonight, 7:30. Somewhere nearby.
100.
Yeah, he's playing in a, is it a vault?
I believe so.
ADC thing or whatever, yeah.
And apparently he won the last one when it was
he
last
won the last one that was here, yeah. Anyway, that's enough about Andrew. We don't want to talk about him. Let's just focus on these two ladies giving us a treat of a final.
Absolutely. Well, I know Andrew will be getting worried after the second tournament starts getting past 7 o'clock this evening.
I'll tell you what, Andrew, fair play to him. He's been in there being the MC on the streaming board.
140.
And he'd be begging to play like some of these ladies have played today.
Good luck from Trina, getting herself down to a finish. But here comes Beau. 138 gets herself down to a 2-dart. And this is something you mentioned before, of how much clinical Beau is, especially with those types of outshots, the 68 to 70s, you know, the 80 and below type of range. where she's been so clinical at.
Yeah, they're the bread and butter shots. Well, is she going to give Trina a go? She is.
Well, it was the first dart missed in 7 legs at a double. So Gulliver, 81. 16 for the bullseye. Treble for the double 9. It has a dart at the bullseye. And it's not there for
48.
Trina Gulliver. And the likelihood now she may be punished straight away. As Greaves coming in, eyeing up 2 16s. 3 darts missed. Half block bed.
Game
Still
shot.
plenty of room though. 2-0.
Well, it was inevitable, wasn't it, really? 2-0 to the good then, Beau Greaves.
Oh, hello.
I think Beau,
That's a little bit of a readjustment.
Beau possibly thought she was playing in the Grand Prix there.
Yeah, for a moment. That was very much a dart that I tend to see on the opening of the Monday League when I play on a Monday night.
54.
Usually mine lands in double top, though, for some reason.
What, and that's when you're just going up for bull? Wow.
Yeah, actually, yeah. Not far off.
100.
So, Trina, how do you respond? Try and find a way through.
100.
Find a way to try and get a chink in the Greaves armour.
97.
From what we've seen so far in recent time, there hasn't really been a chink in the Greaves armour.
$59.
So the best chance you have of beating Beau is if you can try and get her in front. Because when it comes to front running in this, especially in the women's series, Beau is probably the best in the business.
96.
So these two have played 4 times in their head-to-head record, and all 4 have gone the way of Beau Greaves. Last time they played was in March, in fact, and Beau won 4 legs to 2 over Trina. They haven't played over a best of 9. This is their first best of 9 encounter in the women's series.
Well, Beau knows whatever happens, she was getting 6 darts at this,
140.
and that's a great 140 to leave herself double 4. What Trina can do is try and apply a bit of pressure, which unfortunately she's not going to do.
45.
Eleanor Kent and Steph Clark, Kirsty Vennekin and Kim Holden will be our first matches when the next tournament begins in around about 15 minutes or so from now. Lorraine Hayden and Dieter Hedman will
6.
also have, as well as Beau misses 3 darts at a double. Again, she's missed 6 so far in this game. So the next
66.
tournament, you can probably hear the hive going in the background. That's everybody else on the practice boards right now, getting ready to go for the next tournament to begin, as Beau misses another dart at a double. 147 for Trina, a snooker player's maximum. Fortunately, Trina miscues with the first dart.
131.
Sets it up well and puts a bit of pressure on the madhouse now for Beau Greaves.
Well, maybe put a marker up, like that.
No score.
Like that. 6 darts missed in this leg. And Trina Gulliver now has a great opportunity to put a leg on the board here against the darts as well.
Yep.
Game shot.
Yes, in the corner. Well done, Trina. Reduces the arrears to a single leg, and now has the darts to try and level up. Well, I'm trying to remember the last time I saw Beau Greaves miss 9 darts at a double to win a... Or 6 darts at a double, I should say, to win a leg. She's missed 9 so far in the tournament, and now Trina Gulliver's burst into life.
I was just going to say that Trina Gulliver will be thinking to herself, I don't know how I've won that leg, but I don't really care. Let's try and put the foot on the gas.
140.
And she's certainly done that with those last 3 darts.
$81. $140.
Back-to-back 140s to start this 4th leg for Greaves.
45. $180.
Wonderful.
Well, 140, 140, 180. This is the way that you shake off the cobwebs of a leg that you know you shouldn't have lost. But somehow you did. But
59.
this will put it all back into perspective. So you can take this 41.
Doesn't do it in 11. But does do it in 12.
Game
Beau
shot.
Greaves, 2 legs clear once again at 3 legs to 1. Well, that's how you respond when you lose your previous leg. When you make a bit of a hash on the outer ring. To respond, and by breaking back in
57.
12.
Yeah, good solid leg there from Beau Greaves.
$78.
Let's not forget, whoever wins this final, whether it be Beau or Trina, they won't have
180.
a lot of time to celebrate. We see Beau Greaves hit yet another 180. Because obviously, we've got another event starting imminently, like you've said, Johnny. So, no rest for the wicked, they say.
No, you're absolutely right. That's what the noise you can hear round the
80.
back of the streaming board. That's the other 16 boards. All the players are currently practicing on them right now. Waiting for our tournament director, Charlie Gardner, to go on the mic and say, right, everybody, X has won the previous tournament.
45.
Now let's begin the next tournament. Wonderful.
168.
A wonderful visit from Greaves. Down to a double after 4 visits. Gulliver can only try and chase Beau down,
19.
but she's averaging 14 points better than her opponent every time she comes to the board. And Greaves, well, that's an awkward one. That is quite awkward. Yeah, I might have to throw this one from across the hockey. Quite a bit, in fact, because that is sitting upwards. Trying to open the bed up. Yeah, and couldn't get round it. So Gulliver for a steal. It's on as well. 54. Well, I think that was a dart that was definitely in between the Devil and the Deep Blue Sea. Because I think she was partly thinking that a lie for that 60 Colin was actually pretty good.
Yeah.
And thinking,
64.
I might use that for double 17.
Yep, totally. That's totally what happened there. She was in 2 minds for the 54 or another treble 20.
Game shot.
And this time, Greaves puts herself on the hill and is now 3 up with 4 to play.
Well, Beau will be thinking to herself, right, just one more little push. One more little push and
125.
try and get this out of the way and then go and get 2 minutes break before I have to go again.
Well, it depends where she's got in the draw, and she has to play a prelim game or not. If not, then she can go and get a little spot of lunch
140.
before starting again. It'll be the same for Trina, in fact, as well.
125.
But as we said, Colin, about 15 minutes ago, if you had offered Trina Gulliver a final at 5 to 10 this morning, I'm pretty sure she would have said, "I'll take that all day long."
Yeah, very much so.
100.
Very much so. Trina does set standards for herself, and I think she possibly be a little
78.
bit disappointed in this match. She's been a little bit inconsistent. But it's nice to see her back in competing in a final and basically competing to the latter stages of an event that we know she always used to do.
Greaves down to 81 after 9. And that may have been a sucker punch
16.
to Gulliver.
157.
Who knows now
36.
the writing's on the wall. Greaves coming in to look to win event number 54 of her career. Trouble 12. Bullseye. Having a quick glance at the score.
31 scored.
Bullseye.
56.
The match start coming and going for Beau Greaves. Gulliver. Treble 19 for double 10. So it'll be Beau Greaves returning. And we'll have 2 more match darts
No, 58.
to win number 54.
97.
Single 9. Double 8. Beau Greaves
Game shot and
win
the match.
number 54 on the Women's Series. Defeats the 10-time champion of the world, who's had a great morning here in Trina, Gulliver. But yet again, another victory for the bow and arrow. Win number 54. And she will be back for more.